When the sun sets, the undead awaken. To slake their hunger, they feed upon the herd of unaware mortals. Right beneath our noses, the kindred clash against their rivals as they vie for control of the city of San Francisco. Are you strong enough to cheat Final Death and see another night? Vampire the Masquerade Rivals expandable card game from Renegade Game Studios.
Welcome everybody to Vampire Wednesday. I am here tonight alone to just share some of the latest news and updates and give you a little tease at the end. So I'm Matt Holland, as usual, the Sales and Marketing Program Manager here at Renegade Games. I do a lot of the work on the organized play and the marketing for Rivals. But the first thing today is happy Dragon and the Rogue release day, at least in the United States, for everybody. If you are in chat and you've already received the expansion, sound off. I know I don't have mine yet, but I expect to get it this week, and I cannot wait to get that all opened up and get it organized in my new Rivals card storage box, because that is also out today. All of those who you have been waiting patiently, you're getting that new stuff now, and you should be getting your Month of Darkness promo pack alongside those orders. So we did go back and add those to people's orders who ordered before October, just to make sure you could all get the Rivals promo cards and everything. If you have any issues with that, if you get an order, and it doesn't have the right number or something, just reach out to customer service through the form on the website. We'll get you taken care of and get you all set up. Month of Darkness is kind of winding down. This is our final Wednesday, which is when we're dropping the content and doing kind of the more active and exciting things. I know today we dropped a new antagonist for your Vampire the Masquerade game. That's the Dominatrix, so you can incorporate that into your role-playing game if you're also playing the role-playing game. And then tonight we'll also be wrapping up a 2-part live play for Vampire the Masquerade, the role-playing game. High Stakes, the finale airs at 7 p.m. Pacific, just a little bit after this stream. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, get in there and give that a watch. I've heard it's really good. These are nice, short, digestible 2-episode live plays, and can show off the storyteller system playing Vampire the Masquerade. And the last thing for Month of Darkness, just be sure to drop by the Vampire the Masquerade role-playing game section on Discord and vote for whatever characters that you see there that look cool. They had a contest for character creation, and even if you're not a huge role-playing game person, you probably learned a little bit about the World of Darkness and the Masquerade through Rivals. So we would love to have your votes and input. While you're there, you can also go vote for some pretty darn cool Vampire the Masquerade pumpkins in our pumpkin carving contest. If you have not seen those, whether you carved a pumpkin or not, or if you whatever, check out the category on Discord and just see the entries. They're pretty insane. I was blown away by the average level of quality that we got, and that is another thing you can vote on if you're kicking around. So, Dragon and the Rogue out right now in the United States. You should believe at your friendly local game store. Your orders from Renegade should be in the mail, if not already arrived. Those of you overseas in the European Union and UK, I know you are antsy to get it as well. I can tell you the shipments are just a little ways out from the warehouses, but I have some very good news in that the warehouse this is going to is a different warehouse than has handled the other expansions. So I know there are still people who are waiting for their Victor promo pack from ages ago, and that is one of the issues that we are experiencing with the normal warehouse. So we're bypassing that completely. Dragon of the Rogue is headed to Quartermaster Logistics, which is a great partner that fulfills all of our Kickstarters. They're going to get you your promo packs and your expansions, and they'll handle that shipping much, much quicker, much, much smoother. So hopefully that bodes well for all of you who are waiting for it overseas. The rulebook is already up on the website, so you can go and check that out now. You just get familiar, read through all the additions. We'll be adding the clarifications and the rules additions from this rulebook into our comprehensive guide online. So that should be up just in the next couple days here. And it's all indexed and very easy to find. But if you just want to read through the whole rulebook, it is up online right now. and I expect to have all the cards on the deck builder online by the end of the week or early next week. So lots of Dragon and the Rogue, new clans, exciting stuff. And if you stick around to the end of the stream, not going to be a super long one today, just some news items and things to cover. But I have a little tease of what's coming next. And I know that, Coyote's watching. We've already covered Ravnos, so probably nothing else cool to show off or see. But that's not true. I know there is still something cool coming that at least a decent chunk of the community is going to be pretty darn excited for. But before we get to that, just some more news and housekeeping things, starting with the European Conclave. So that's happening November 19th and 20th in Toulouse, France. Registration's open. We've got, if you're a Prince, you should have received a Prince in Europe. You should have received an email from the Renegade France team, and you'll get free entry just like everybody did to the Gen Con tournament. If you did not, let me know, but I believe they sent those out. Just remember the Dragon and the Rogue, if you happen to get it overseas, it is not legal for this event. It will not be tournament legal still for about a month. That'll be after the tournament, and with the distribution situation being what it is in Europe, we don't expect people to have it in their hands in all cases by the time of the tournament. Speaking of distribution in Europe, a couple of people have reached out to me directly to express concern with their local game store's ability to get product. If you are one of those people and you haven't talked to me, I would love to hear the name of your local game store that's having difficulty getting stuff from distribution. Ideally, if you can get the distributors that they are trying to use and let me know the names of those. Just that way we can kind of work things on our end and try and figure out if there's a holdup, if something is not happening the way it should be, and make sure that these stores can get product. I know Spain, they have some stores that are waiting for Heart of Europe. Doesn't seem to be an issue on our end, but we're going to continue to investigate and try and figure out why they don't have that yet. And any other stores, if you're in Europe or the UK, let me know so I can give some actual hard facts when we're talking to these distributors. Say, hey, these 5 stores are looking for the game. They can't get it. What can we do to help it get into their hands? So real, actual names and everything are very, very helpful. Coyote, hoping that we're going to be announcing 12 more expansions full of Ravnos cards. I don't know. I think it's time to see something else. Like we've spent all month and part of last month talking about the Dragon and the Rogue and all the new stuff that Ravnos brings to the table, along with the Simichi. So I think people might want to see something different. I'm just thinking maybe. Other sort of organized play news, I'm still working with events and venues to line up larger tournaments for next year. We expect to announce most of these in late 2022, so ample time to prepare, plan out your travel schedule, which tournaments or conventions, things you want to go to. The Clan Clash kits actually have been being packed up this week. Then they will head to our warehouse for distribution. So you could probably have those in your store by mid-November, I would think. So the opportunity to start holding those events is very, very close. One lucky winner at the Month of Darkness tournament in California, I believe, did get the promo pack card set from that. So the 4 new promos that you'll be seeing, some lucky Californian player has a set of those, but you'll all be getting them very soon when you go to your local Clan Clash. And as I've said before, if you have a small, medium-ish convention that's near you that you think would be a great fit to hold a Rivals tournament, please let me know. A lot of people have suggested some, but I always want to have a nice broad coverage so people have one that's not too terribly far away from them. And I don't always know like what local events are really drawing the kind of audience that that we have. So it's always helpful to hear. If you are in the chat, who has submitted events for the Coterie program? Or if you're affiliated with a store, like I know Gautama is, how about the Haven program? I've seen lots of reports in there. I know we have one store that's already hit their 3, has qualified for the drawing. That's Nightly Gaming, up just near Edinburgh, I want to say. They were one of our Prince hosts, and they have been doing a lot of outreach and just trying to grow the game. love seeing those reports come in. Great pictures, great tips. I've been sharing some of those both in the blog on the Vampire site as well in our newsletter, especially to retailers, just giving them some of the advice that other stores have come up with for making smoother demos, easier entry. One thing that was great, if you're demoing the game to new players, try playing the 7 agenda. So instead of 13, it is going to make the demo much shorter and much more digestible and still give you a decent idea of how it actually plays. So just an idea makes it a lot easier of a sell than saying, hey, here, let's sit down for 90 minutes. Let me teach you this game. I see Satyr Jester and I think Prince Rob have been running some demos for the Coterie program. I've seen that in the various Facebook groups and everything. So awesome. Hope those are going well and that you guys are finding some new players. But yeah, get those reports in. Make sure you qualify. Going to be some awesome prizes and going to be a great time when somebody, some people get turned into vampires and some store is going to become an actual haven. Our other big bit of news is not really specific to Rivals, but is more a Renegade thing in general. We're changing up our video strategy in 2023. So we are going to be moving away from Twitch and over to YouTube. So a lot of our video content, we're going to do some more longer form pre-recorded things for a lot of different games. We'll do some of that stuff for Rivals too. So if you have ideas or suggestions for video content about Rivals that you would like to see us make, given a little bit more of a runway and some more production values and things, I would love to hear those. You can throw them in the chat, hit me up on Discord, email, whatever. And now we are still going to be doing some of these live events like we do right now, especially for previews and things, because I love to have that interaction with y'all in the chat while you are, either correcting Hyra and I about a card text of a card we're trying to remember, or pointing out the one that we're trying to dig up as an example, or just that kind of realization as everybody sees these cards for the first time. So we're still going to do some live stuff, but we are not going to be trying to stream every single Wednesday night. We're going to be a little bit more deliberate, schedule them out in advance so that you guys can plan to tune in. Hey, I want to tune in and see this preview for the next clan and know when it's going to be a couple weeks in advance and just have a really nice and more polished experience. So you will not be seeing us every single week or, attempting to be every single week. We will have it scheduled out more in advance and share that schedule with you so you can kind of tune in. Coyote wondering what he's going to do for his Wednesdays. Well, I don't know how good your memory is. You can go back and kind of relive some of that early content and really just enjoy that maybe. But we'll still be around, especially when we have cool news and things to share. I'm not entirely sure what that emoji is, Brandon. We have Brandon with the Prince of Roseville and also a new father tuned in. So glad that you got away from the baby and get to watch a little bit of the stream tonight. I think you might see some cool stuff if you stick around. So just keep that in mind. Katie, drop it in the chat there to say yes. Yeah, we will always be around on Discord. So even if we're not streaming on Wednesday night, you can always get a hold of Hyra and myself if you have questions, comments, or concerns via Discord. That is the main news, but I think that you guys, who wants to see something new? Like we have Dragon and the Rogue, Ravnos and Tamichi, that's old and busted. Who wants to see the new hotness? Like what's going to be coming next? Anyone interested in that? Wookiee, Gautama. So we are not quite ready to open up pre-orders yet. We're expecting to do that probably in December. But tonight, since Hyra is not here to stop me, and nobody else, with chain of command over me is tuned in right now, I'm going to tell you what is coming next. We have another small box expansion coming. Lorcan asking, is it Ministry? I don't know. There's I see at least one clan symbol that is correct in the chat so far. It is the Justice and Mercy expansion. And I think Katie can throw that up on the screen and just show you the cover art. So, any guesses as to what Justice and Mercy will contain? Those of you well steeped in the vampiric lore might get this right pretty easily, I think. So Gautama has it correct. It's the Banu Hakim and the Salubri. So we're not gonna talk a lot about what they do, how they work. I know the Banu Hakim is the justice. I believe it's the justice part of this. The Salubri are a very interesting clan. I remember, I want to say last year at Gen Con with Matt Hyra, like talking about some of the concepts for it and the idea, because as I understand it, Salubri are the rarest clan. They are the ones with that third eye there that you can see in the cover art. They're going to have some really interesting mechanics to make the fact that there's just not that many of them, to kind of get around that and make them viable. And it's going to be really exciting to share all that stuff in previews as we get closer. So just be patient. But Justice and Mercy is coming. It's going to be coming next year. Pre-order is late this year. I think also the Salubri are the best at mending. So I think that's, in gameplay terms, that's probably helpful when you don't have a lot. Being able to heal them up, keep them going. Pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of people talking like blood sorcery. There's a lot of cool stuff in these clans. Those of you who are waiting for other clans, like don't give up. We are not done. We have more stuff coming, but next up is going to be the Salubri and the Banu Hakim. So it will be a little while till you hear anything else about these, a couple weeks at least. But I hope that you guys can speculate about what is going to be their mechanics, their functions, and I hope that when we do unveil that, you all enjoy seeing it. And I know Brandon pointing out Prince Jordan is going to love this. Yes, I believe Prince Jordan, Prince of Burbank, it's one of the California events, is a big Banu Hakim fan. He's cosplayed as the Banu Hakim, I think, twice now. So a lot of people looking forward to this. It just brings in another sort of element and facet to the game. It's going to be really exciting. But on that kind of exciting note, that's all I have for you tonight. Short stream, format change for the streams. It's going to be more scheduled out in advance so you can plan. And we're going to be trying to do some more longer form or a little bit more polished stuff. So check that out. Coyote, no cards today. All I could sneak out of the vault was the cover art. So you can't get all the goodness yet. But we'll start to leak things out over the next couple weeks and start to get some buzz going around Justice and Mercy. But for now, I hope you guys are all able to dig into the Dragon and the Rogue before too long. Build some new decks, try those out, start working on your Cape of Ravnos things, Coyote, and then we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks with more exciting news, and then pretty soon here coverage of the European Conclave. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I know it was a short stream, but we've got just kind of in a lull here between products, and while we're just gearing up for a big 2023 in terms of organized play. So if your store has not ordered Clan Clash, make sure they're doing that. Make sure they talk to me if they need help. And we will have those out to you very, very soon. So everyone have a great night. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.